Hey everybody, this is Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade out in Brookfield, Illinois. It's Saturday night, June 21st, 2014, and we are happy to introduce another new arcade game coming to the arcade floor.
Introduce Taito's Zookeeper to the arcade floor.
Is in fact 3 games Number 600, your game is none other than Star Wars Inferno. It is released from Williams, the rarest of the rare. Solvaloo. Mad Dog 2, The Lost Gold. Number 900, the largest arcade in the world.
Today's Monday mystery game, number 627, is none other than
781 at the Galloping Ghost Arcade.
your Monday mystery game, number 961, 965, 967, 969 on the road to 1,000. It's none other than, 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 and it's none other than, it's none other than, it's none other than, it's none other than, number 992. And number 993 is none other than. And number 994 is none other than. 996 is none other than. Monday Mystery Games number 998 and 999 are none other than. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for being here. It is a big day today, to say the least. Game 1,000. It has been, for the last several months, everybody's been asking, what's it going to be? There's so many things that we had to take in consideration for this. And I look back when we opened the arcade and we picked up our first batch of 114 games. And there was no thought of being the largest arcade in the world. There was no thought of any of it. It was just do what we're doing, open up an arcade, put whatever games we could find, the best ones that we wanted to play, they went on the arcade floor. And it has kept going and going and going. And tomorrow it'll be 14 years. It honestly seems like yesterday that the production guys, the Galloping Ghost production guys, jumped into a bunch of Penske trucks and drove out to Iowa to pick up those 114 games. And, you know, we've picked up games from so many people along the way. And each one has become a little story of how we got it. And so many people, they come to the arcade. There's players that know what this place is, and they travel in from halfway around the world to get here to play all the rarities. There's other people that come in, to them it's an arcade. They have no idea the rarity of some of these games. There's so many games here that are one of one. Hundreds of games are one of one and only playable here. And that's why so many people travel in. But the ones that play and don't know the stories, they're missing out on a little bit on the history of it all. And having everybody here to be a part of this monumentous occasion, it's a big thing. You're all a part of history here. So give yourself a round of applause for getting out. This game, we've put so many games on the floor. They've come from all over the world, each with its own story, the person who sold it to us, where they got it from, developers, collectors, just random people that happen to end up with them. And it has all come to be what is the Galloping Ghost Arcade. And, you know, it's just a tremendous thing that people, when we were opening this arcade, they gave it a few months. Who wants to play this stuff? And it turns out quite a few people want to play this stuff. I don't think the arcade scene, you hear about it, oh, the arcades died so long ago. People leave the arcade, but the arcades keep on going. And we're not the first to have a lot of rare games, but somebody has always kept it going throughout the beginning of it. The first start in 1972, Computer Space. What a tremendous place to start. We don't have one amongst the rarities, but you never know what might be coming. But this game had to be something special. We've put up crazy stuff. We've had people like Jonathan, who I have to give a huge shout out to, our friend Jonathan, who helped us out so early on. He has put so many games at this arcade. He could have sold them to somebody else for a lot more, but he wanted the games to be in a place where people would enjoy it. And that's, again, it takes so many people to make this place work. Jonathan is one of them. Troy, another. There's just infinite. If I start listing the amount of people that we bought games from, I'd be here all day. And I know we're already running a little bit late, but we'll get to that story of why we're running late momentarily. But a huge, heartfelt thank you to everybody that has ever helped us get a game, sold us a game, allowed us to have a game, and all the collectors. And thank you to everybody for continuing to add to there being games to get. So everybody give a shout out to the people that have kind of helped put these games here. I have to mention another early person. I unforgettable, the one and only Jeremy Fox of Prince Arcades. We have done so many warehouse raids together to get some of these games. And before, when we first started, it was a very interesting thing just going off. Didn't know him, but you learn a lot about people, about the games they're buying. And huge shout-outs to Jeremy Fox over at Prince Arcades out in Bolingbrook in the Promenade. And congratulations to him for his continued expansion of his arcade, and can't wait to see what he's doing next. This game had to be something extremely special, and I say this all the time. The arcade, to me, fortunately everybody seems to enjoy it, but in all honesty, it's kind of a selfish thing. Every game here I love playing. Each game means something to me. The memories of picking them up, making the decision to get it, it's a very calculated thing. When we were doing the expansion and games were inaccessible, you have no idea how much that bothered me. To reveal and share a game every week with all of you means so much to me every week. These games are so important to me, and I look at them from a creativity level, I look at them from an art level, a playability level. They're games to some people. Definitely the design and the energy that goes into making these games means a lot to me. It's what started me down my path of designing video games, was arcade games like this, like these. And it is, each week, again, we've unveiled some insane games. Primal Rage 2. games like, I remember the unveiling of the Sega R360. Game after game, week after week, never missing a week, and going on 9 years. Hundreds and hundreds of games coming in one by one, sometimes 10 at a time. But this one has to commemorate something a little bit bigger. And really, how do you outdo like a game like the Sega R360? So few of them in existence, and so much effort in getting it here, and the rarity of it, something I always wanted to play. I never played it back in the day. So it's the benchmark. You can buy a rare game, and sometimes that just takes a big briefcase of money. And that's cool. There's a story there. But this had to be more. This had to be something bigger. We've had industry games. We've had games like Spectre Files of Deathstalker, which we resurrected from the ground up and put it in front of everybody. So we needed it to be something bigger. It was a tough choice. There was games that we were looking for, and in all honesty, we didn't find it. But we've got some games. We've got some games in the vaults. And excited to share this one. I've had so many people asking, what is this game? What could be Game 1000? And everybody's like, the last weeks of Monday Mystery, I've been saying, I honestly, who knows? I don't know. The reason being is we didn't have it running. We had a couple of games to pick from. We had some stuff that would knock people out. But through it all, we ended up with a game we wanted. And, you know, why are we running hours behind? Well, the game wasn't working. And we literally in this building have a backup game because you weren't going to get the game. It wasn't going to happen. We had to shift gears, and we thought of some crazy stuff. We're like, this is the game we want to do. And it I can't tell you how much it would have bothered me had we done anything else but this game. Because it was so hard to make the decision to be like, this is the game, and then to change gears. It would have been good. People would have loved it. But this is the game. I needed this to be Game 1000. And I say this with bated breath because I kind of even have to peek back there. I don't even know if is it in place? Is it there? Is it ready? Oh, my goodness. Hold on one second. Hold on, everybody. That's why we're 2 hours late. I apologize for that. If we were on time, that would be Galloping Ghost style. This is big. Game 1000, unfortunately, we make you wait. Imagine, Waffle says it's how charming of us to make you all wait. Be thankful we're not on Dark Presence time. We've made everybody wait 30 years for Dark Presence. Thank you. Everybody's so patient with us here at Galloping Ghost. Thank you for that. We do move at our own time, unfortunately for everybody who has to deal with us. But apparently, the game works. We'll get into the more details as soon as we unveil this, because there's some stories. But we've got to start the real stream. Everything all right? We bringing it up?
It's ready to go. I'm gonna.
Did you Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everybody in the stream chat, for bearing with us. Not an intentional thing. We were working undercover at T20 was going on, and we were working, trying to get this game up and running. Sunday night, me and Match Tech Doug Fox were here working. 6:30 this morning, Match Tech Doug Fox, myself, Adam Stonehouse here working. But we'll get to that in a minute. Moments away. It's we ready?
Yes, do it.
Game 1000 coming up. Let's land it. Who tarped this? It's here. Now, we just have to plug it in. Yeah, let's Game 1000 is in the building. All right. Moments. You've waited this long. You've waited 14 years. The frightening thing of checking to see if it's working. It's running. You have have no idea. All right. Are you ready?
Are you ready for the Monday Mystery Game?
Hey everybody, this is Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade out in Brookfield, Illinois. Today is Monday, August 12th, 2024, and we are here with yet another Monday Mystery Game. This time, game number 1,000. Unprecedented, the largest arcade in the world, getting 1,000 games, unheard of. We had, so many things that's going on this last month. We had Collector's Call on last night. Huge thanks to James Zespi over at Logan Arcade and Lisa Welchel from Collector's Call. Thank you for that. I have yet to see it. Everybody's messaging me about it. I haven't seen it yet. Hopefully it was good. We had T20 conclude, the 10th T20 tournament, where for the first time ever we had 21 new games. T20 was T21 this year. All new, many, many, many rarities. We saw Zurst win again, his 9th win. Congratulations to him. Is it going to be a bit? Is it going to be a bit?
You've got another stream tomorrow.
Can we get to it? Let's get to the game. Let's get to. I think these people want the game, right? All right. To unveil this, let's summon forth the greatest Mortal Kombat 9 smoke player of all time, Mr. GTA Tommy Waffles. Tom, how was the weekend?
Hectic.
Yes, nothing more. Nothing more need be said on that.
I should say the usual.
Usual, yeah, pretty much the usual. We'll get to all of that, but I think everybody wants game 1,000. You want to make one final check before I unveil this, and there's a purple screen. All right. Who tarped this? Who tarped this? Everybody tarped this. All right. Your Monday mystery game is game number 1,000 is none other than Road Blaster. Released from Data East back in 1985. Let me tell you, I've got stories about this game. I've been on the hunt for this game for the longest time. Original cabinet. I do love my Laserdisc games. This one is something absolutely special. Why Road Blaster? Why? How is this game 1000? The game's creator, a little more well-known for some of his other games. We'll get into the industry tie-in in a moment. We got to talk about many, many things. Should we have somebody jump in right away?
Play it?
Play it.
Yeah, let's get some action going.
All right. Who do we pick? You've got a sea of people here from out of town. You've got Lumbo right there. Lumbo, he's the original Ghost. He's the first member of Team Galloping Ghost. But you got Jeremiah here. You've got
Lumbo. I think we have Lumbo come out here as the first of the Ghosts to play game 1000, the inaugural playthrough on the arcade floor. No, Lumbo's got to come around and play this game.
Let's summon forth the original Galloping Ghost team member, Lumbo! That guy played Titan in Dark Present. All right. Not only, I got to point something out here. That garage door opening. Such a big thing. You know, before Lumbo's making his way up here, can we run that intro song? This is from the Sega CD version. This intro, something big. This is 1000, Lumbo. You've been here through all of it. You're playing it. This guy right here. We call him 30-second Lumbo. And then he'd be back in quarters. No, Lumbo's. Hold on. Are we running that intro? All right, hold on. Before Lumbo starts. There is no shooting. All right. This game, such an amazing story on this game. In the actual game story, you and your wife leaving your wedding, you run off the road, and she is murdered by a gang, a biker racing gang, you survive. And now you are out for some vengeance. Do we have some applause for vengeance? Can we get applause for vengeance? A big? No? Oh, okay. And maybe it's just me. The story to this game, so impactful, so different than anything else of its time. It stuck with me the first time I played it on Sega CD and quickly became one of my favorite Sega CD games. Not only a beautiful looking game, but what a crazy story. It was, this game, I've been talking with Yoshi Kishimoto, the game's creator, and messaging him. We were trying to get him to fly out for the big event. We have many, many questions to ask Master Yoshi about this game's design. He likes, and he designed games around revenge. This car might look a little familiar. When the garage door opens, you might think that's a little familiar because you've seen it in another game. You've seen it in Double Dragon. Same garage door, same car. Your girlfriend gets kidnapped. Not until the second one when the garage door opens. Oh, she's shot in the second one. They just kill her in the second one. Brutal, brutal. This guy told a story of revenge. This was going to be our Valentine's Day game several times because what a response. Oh, Valentine's Day. Oh, distasteful. I thought it was funny. All right, Lumble, start it up. Let's see some Road Blaster. It is Dragon's Lair rules where it's you follow the arrows, 2-button, accelerate and brake, and left and right. Random start stage. You got to hold it. Hold it till it goes away. Left. Right. Right again. So we had this board in the vaults. We managed to track down a board for Road Blaster and Cobra Command. We eventually bought a fully restored Cobra Command from Kyle Drackup. Running on the original Laserdisc. We talked with our friend and amazing engineer, Matt Owensby. You up next. You want to go? You go. You're the wheel man. You can play this. 2. Brandon stepping up. So Laserdisc games are notorious for going down. We saw it nearly impossible to keep Laserdisc players running this long. Matt Owensby made the Dexter, which is a Laserdisc replacement. It keeps all of the original boards and only replaces the Laserdisc, which the timing has to be perfect, otherwise nothing's going to sync up. Unfortunately, the Laserdisc player that Data East used could not work with the Dexter. And our Cobra Command would eventually go down. We put in a replacement Laserdisc player that we had earmarked for Road Blaster, but it showed that these Laserdisc players were not going to last. We talked with Matt. He was unsure if he could actually make this happen. He was leaning against it, that he could get the Dexter to work with the Sony Laserdisc player that was in it.
It indicates whether you should brake or accelerate too, it seems like.
It does.
Yeah, and then so you can like ram the cars in front of you.
You have to, like if it says ram, you have to ram. All right. Should we let some, let's bring, you want to go first? Red Eyes stepping up. All right, what's your name?
Kieran? Is it Kieran?
All right, you are the first of the non-ghosts.
Like a baseball game?
You got the coin button on the front. After much discussion, Matt Owensby decided he could maybe do it. It would not be inexpensive. But this was the fate of these games. One of the reasons why this is here, the preservation of it. Me and one other guy got all the money together. And Matt, the tremendous engineer that he is, figured it out. So we have a huge thanks to give to Matt Owensby for getting this. Give it up for Matt Owensby, for sure. We talked about a lot of other games that could have been, well, we said that there were other games. None of them really felt right. It was just buying expensive games. Most of them came to us. A recently acquired expensive game. Outrageously rare. But there's not much to that. The restoration side of things, a huge component here at Galloping Ghost Arcade. And this one brought in so many people to all work on it. This amazing artwork, tastefully selected from various flyers of the era, masterfully done by our lead artist down at Galloping Ghost Production, Brandon Diaz, of Zaid, in participation of Zaid Comics. Make sure you're following them. Did all this artwork. It looks we found this cabinet, original Dead East cabinet, online on Facebook. I believe it was out in Florida. Thank you so much. Let's have Eddie step on up to play. Eddie.
I love Laserdisc games.
I know you love them. Coincidentally, wearing a Road Blasters, plural.
There's three names. It's Road Blaster, Road Avenger, and Road Prosecutor.
You know your history, man.
And that's the card from Double Dragon, and just like its sister game,
Cobra Command.
Cobra Command, that's the helicopter from that game in there.
Absolutely.
What did he say? You say Master Yoshim.
We have to talk with him. We're going to work on something. We got something big we're working on, so we'll keep the suspense. Turbo is blue, red is brake. Such the collaborative effort to restore this game. We had to call upon Brandon's art skills, and then his engineering skills. He did quite a few. When they convert a game, usually they're drilling buttonholes all over the control panel. Brandon has come up with a way to create button plugs that fill those holes so we can repopulate it without having to have plexi on it, because the original didn't have plexi on it. Then, the original stick that we had a trigger on it. Brandon had to engineer a new trigger cover, because no need for this game to have a trigger. He did that earlier today. You know, nothing. This game was literally a husk this morning, and it was not together, and we hit every problem. We had to call upon Joe down at Galloping Ghost Garage to weld in some screws so we could bottom mount the joystick, which he's a phenomenal at welding, and it's such an asset to Galloping Ghost. You wouldn't think so. We're like, Joe, we need you to weld this up. He returned it. He also sandblasted the entire control panel down to the original steel to allow us to make the artwork stick perfectly.
I got to finally play this. You guys know I love my Laserdisc games, and this is a very rare one. I've never actually played it before, and man, am I glad. It's the only place in the world you can play it is Galloping Ghost Arcade. That's right.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Awesome to see you as always. Thank you. Who's stepping up next? What is up? What's your name?
Dom.
Have you played Road Blaster?
No, I've never played.
Have you heard of it?
I've heard of Road Blasters, but not Road Blaster.
All right, well, let's see how you do. Thank you for being here on game 1000 here at the Galloping Ghost Arcade. Then I have to give a huge thanks to Jim over at Galloping Ghost Reproductions, who got all this artwork printed out, including that Data East kick plate on the bottom coin door.
Joystick insert.
And the custom joystick insert. And that curved marquee looks so good. Really, the collaborative effort. I kept saying that I was going to solo wire this. And then it is a tough game. It is a tough game. What'd you think?
Yeah, it's my first Laserdisc game I've ever played. So.
It's your first?
Yeah.
That is awesome. This is something you can't play this anywhere else. So what a tremendous first Laserdisc game to play.
Yeah, especially that it's the 1000th game at the Galloping Ghost.
That is a special thing. Thank you so much. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Who's stepping up next? What is up?
Present for you. I have a present for you.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for that. Says, here's to another 1,000 games and 14 more years to come. Thank you for that. Very much appreciated. Have you played Road Blaster?
I've heard of Road Blasters on Wreck-It Ralph, but not this one.
All right, well, let's see how you do. Good luck. Game 1000. How awesome is that? I'm going to frame that and put that up in the office. Left, there you go. So as T20 wore on and was creeping up, it started to not look like I was going to get to be working on this game. And I tagged in Mass Tech Doug Fox. Can we hear it from Mass Tech Doug Fox? who started working on all the wiring harnesses. And you know, it's usually, I do the Monday games. Usually, I'm wiring them up. This was one where it was kind of like, Doug's got it. So many wires in it, hard to tag team this one. So Doug's got it. Then around 1 o'clock, Doug was like, it wasn't running, and there were problems. And Doug was like, I have to go, which was a concern. What'd you think?
Quite the game. It's quite unique. I like it a lot.
Very cool. Thank you.
I love it. I love it.
Loves it. Who's stepping? You want to talk about? Yeah. All right. Who's? Walter Day is here, the one and only.
Okay. So I'm here. Can everybody hear me? Does this work okay? Okay. So I'm here. Billy Mitchell is here. And you might know that I and Billy Mitchell have a 40-year tradition of doing things with Guinness World Record. So we're here to count the games and then submit all the evidence that we find to Guinness for them to consider recognizing this arcade as not only the first arcade to have 1,000 games, but also the largest arcade in the world. So that's... I don't know how long it's going to take. It's going to be quite a job, but I'm going to start now. That's why Doc's having me make this announcement now. And congratulations, Doc. In 1984, I went down to Orlando, Florida, to try and raise $11 million to make a 1,000-game arcade. But it was too early to even think of such a thing. The world wasn't ready for it yet, but the world's ready now. So, again, congratulations. Thank you.
Walter Day! Thank you, Walter. Who's stepping up next is the one and only King! King, what is up, man?
Yeah.
Fresh off of playing at T20.
I know, that was a fun T20. Definitely one for my memory books.
Have you ever played Road Blaster?
I didn't know that camera was right there. I've never played this game ever in my entire life. I know, just like Eddie said, I love Laserdisc games. But they're tough. They're tough. So I've never played it before. But for Game 1000, I think it's probably it's a great pick. It looks great, looks nice. But I've never played it before. I know I've been here for 3 years. I've only been here for 3 years, a short time. I've only done nothing but wear sparkly suits and entertain everybody and have fun. But the best thing I always love doing is coming here every Monday before I work a whole week serving coffee and playing these amazing games you put out, and it gets through my week. I tell my coworkers about this place. I tell my family, my friends, and, you know, being here for 3 years, it's amazing. And I'm very grateful to be here for this moment.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much, man.
Congratulations on 1000.
Thank you, man. King. Towards the end, at about 2 o'clock, our newest tech, our newest member of Galloping Ghost, Adam Stonehouse, was left with the task of working on Game 1000. I've barely known Adam 10 days. We've worked side by side. But having gone through T20 and watching what he brings to this team, I am so excited. One of the foundations of this place, the cornerstone of the Galloping Ghost Arcade, was game maintenance. We've worked so hard, myself, Master Tech Doug Fox, all the guys here, working every day. Games are getting fixed. But every day, as things are getting played, wear and tear happens. So it's a constant struggle.
Thank you, Walter.
What?
It's tough. I said it all the time in the last 3 years. I'll say it again. It's tough. It's hard. You giving me games to play blindly, and I go, man, that's hard. It's tough. But I just got to say, Doc, congratulations on 1,000 games. Thank you for, having me be a part of this community and having a good time. I always love being here. And honestly, I'm going to be glad to continue being a part of it and coming here every day as much as I can. So thank you for everything, and thank you for all the games, and just thank you for all the memories, man. It's really great.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much for that. King. Who's stepping up next? Jose! Jose, what is up, man? Have you played Road Blaster?
No, I haven't. And just like with any other games ever since in the lead up to 1000, no, I haven't.
That's, I like hearing that. We like introducing people and sharing these games with people, putting stuff that they've never had a chance to play before in front of them. Let's see you jump on it.
All right, just like with any other game.
Good luck. We've had so many people. I compare games to great movies and great music. And if somebody has ever, turned you onto a song that sticks with you, it has so much memory to it and meaning every time you hear it. It's how games are to me. Even recently, even in T20, I think there's a game that I had kind of overlooked. And it wasn't until somebody mentioned it to me, and it's like, I'm going to go check that out. And now every time I play that game, I'll think of that person. I'll reveal who that is when that game gets released on Monday Mystery sometime. Assuming Monday Mystery continues. We are pretty tight on space. Who knows? Who knows? What'd you think?
Well, that was weird, but it may take practice, but I have trouble with my initials in. But dang, this has been 3 years, man. 3 years of doing Galloping Ghost since 2021, ever since I came here. This has been a long training. Everything from the events to T20, the past T20s, because I wasn't here, to the game milestone. Every year, when I'm at work, I try to tune into Twitch in secret to watch you guys on Galloping Ghost. It's because I care about you guys so much. I love this place, and I really hope what you got in store for the future, and I hope Monday Mystery continues on.
Thank you, man. Jose, the one and only. Stepping up. What is up? Have you played Road Blaster?
I have heard of it, but I have not played it. I'm really excited, you know, being third place on Dragon's Lair. This should be nothing, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. I know it's going to be hard. That's it.
Let's see how you do. I bet he tears this up. He's good. He's good. This artwork, I love this artwork. I love this game's story. When the direction appears, you have to hold the direction. Not like Dragon's Lair where it's a tap. Then you have accelerate and brake. Right there was telling you to brake. That's the red button. Making it through. This car right here, this black car with these huge pipes. Love it. So again, story-wise, Lumbo.
Yes.
You know, I've created. The arcade is a place of such tremendous joy and happiness.
That's right. I'm always happy.
You are. You are. I've never seen you in a happier mood.
You don't know me very well, then.
But this place, can you attest to this place making a lot of people happy?
It does.
That in turn makes me so happy that I get to see so many people smiling and people here come in having a bad day, leave having a good day. Or at least forgetting their troubles for however long they're here. Means a lot to me. I've seen people get over some pretty heavy stuff come in here. But, for whatever reason, I do, as much as I enjoy. What'd you think?
I think it was good. I mean, I got the high score.
Top score, going after that world record? That would currently be a world record.
Well, I hope so.
See if it holds up.
We'll see.
Who knows? Who knows? Who's stepping up next? What is up, man? How are you?
I'm good. This is a little unexpected, but I was just thinking about this game because the guy I always like to shout out, Lord BBH. I think you know him. He just had a Laserdisc night a couple weeks ago, and he played this, and I'm like, I've never heard of this game before. It's awesome. I like car combat stuff. I like Laserdiscs games in general. I'm pretty bad at them, as we'll see, but this surprising. It looks like you guys, sounds like you guys did a heck of a lot of work getting it working. I mean, I know how Laserdisc games are. I know about the Dexter. I didn't know it was incompatible with the Data East Laserdiscs.
Only those 3 games. It didn't work with them.
Of course, and that's how it works. And yeah, all these, this and Time Gale and stuff, they don't have a whole lot of ports. Like, I think there was a Japanese Switch game that collected a couple of them. That's like the only major port I could think of for some of these.
Definitely very few back when the Sega CD was out, there's a few places that you could play a game like Road Blaster or Cobra Command, but real arcade nothing beats real arcade hardware.
So they got a Sega CD port?
There was a Sega CD version. That is the one that I absolutely fell in love with this game. And I am so happy it's here. I've waited years, probably a full decade, to get this game. So I'm so happy now to have it here to share it with everybody.
Well, now it makes so much sense because we were trying to think, like, what game is going to be so special to Doc that he's going to choose it that he doesn't already have on the floor, that he's going to choose it to be Game 1000. And what you just said, that really makes a lot of sense why you picked this one. Excited to play my 1.5 minutes of it and then lose. So.
All right, let's see how you do. I can't tell you, when Doug left and our guy Adam Stonehouse stepped up to work on Game 1000, I was honestly, I was like, I don't know. Doug has walked away from it. Doug doesn't think it's going to happen. Adam was, I'm going to keep working. I tagged back in with him. Brandon tagged into the mix. And right there, you've got a lot of game fixing skill. And I can't tell you how impressed I am with what Adam pulled off. And Brandon. It is so good to work with so many amazing people. We see it all the time. We see Waffles putting up killer streams. We see Brandon doing stuff. Every facet of every member of Galloping Ghost doing so many things. It is quite the team effort. This game, again, why did it have it? It's got industry stories. It's got restoration stories. It's got preservation stories. It's... just... That's fine. All right, what'd you think?
I'm not exactly sure what to do with that turbo situation. I saw the icon come up. I saw like the turbo fan icon on the right, and I was pressing the button, but I don't know if you're like always supposed to keep it.
You have to hold it.
I was holding it once it come up, but do you have to like keep it? Because I saw my speed gauge or whatever was way at the left. Do you have to like maybe like keep it in the middle so you're ready to turbo?
No, you hold it until it says to stop holding it, and then you have to let go. Otherwise, you're turboing when it's telling you not to turbo. So maybe you held it too long.
That might be. It changed colors, so maybe that was telling me to let go of it. But yeah, I mean, it's more interesting than Cobra Command, just because Cobra Command has the trigger you're shooting at people, but they don't like explode until it gets to that point in the laser disc. So this is at least more immersive, I guess. It might be, I mean, now I haven't played Time Gal for some reason, but it might be one of my favorite of the Laserdisc games because it's at least pretty clear what the inputs are, and I did feel like I was like, swerving on the road and braking. So do you think you're going to have this out right away, or is this going to go back into the back rooms for?
No, this is Game 1000. This is here for everybody. So it will be here forever.
Okay, well, I guess I'll come. Well, when I come back for the anniversary tomorrow, I'll spend some more time figuring it out because I feel like I have to lab this one, just like Cobra Command.
All right. Thank you so much for being here, man. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Who's stepping up next? What is up, man? Awesome seeing you. How have you been?
It's been pretty good. I just got done building a new gaming PC.
Very awesome. Have you played Road Blaster on it?
I actually have known about Road Blaster because of its original, its Sega CD title, Road Avenger, and I have tried it out. I suck at it, but I'd be willing to try out the arcade version.
All right, let's see how you do. Step on up. Again, the story of this game, so captivating to me. A story of revenge. It hit home with me. I played Double Dragon first. I started lifting a lot more after playing Double Dragon. I thought it was going to be a bigger problem than it actually was. I thought I was always going to have to be my girlfriend getting kidnapped. Thought I was going to have to go get her back all the time.
In Brookfield.
Not once in Brookfield.
That's good.
A very safe, friendly town. Speaking of which, huge thanks to Brookfield, the town, as they have been so amazing to us and been so helpful in as we've grown from one building to 5 buildings to 10 buildings to everything. It is a tough game. It is a tough game. What'd you think?
Like I said, I suck at these kind of games anyways. So, for this to be 1,000, it's like, eh. But you know what? I do like the art style of stuff like Road Blaster. I actually just looked it up as you was doing this, presenting it. I found out that Toei Animation actually did the animation.
Toei did. Very awesome. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah. And by the way, man, congratulations on getting 1,000 games here at GGA. I never thought that when I came here in 2017 for the first time, they get up to this point.
Oh, thank you, man. Very much appreciated. Who's stepping up next? What is up, man?
Long time no see, Doc.
How have you been?
Oh, I've been good. It's crazy to watch this whole thing unfold since I got here. Know what I mean?
Absolutely. I know. You know those deep, rare games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, have you played Road Blaster?
Definitely heard of it thanks to the Double Dragon cameo you mentioned. To finally see this on the floor, like it looks like a more advanced version of Cliffhanger. Like you look at the animation and it's all original and it was done by Toei and you have this whole cursor thing. It'll be interesting to play it for the first time.
Well, let's see how you do. Good luck. The level order in the Sega CD was always the same. Not so, apparently, in the arcade version. Sega CD, the level order was always the same. When the arrows light up, you have to hold the direction, not just tap. You have to hold it until the arrow goes away. We have a special guest. The one and only Billy Mitchell. Thank you, man, for being here.
Sir, it's been anticipated so long. And the thing that was in my head that I think is in everybody here's head, there'll never be another arcade like Galloping Ghost, and there'll never be a number 1,000 again. So how could I not be here? But the real honor, the real privilege was knowing or being called upon to come here to count the games, to solidify what we already know the truth is. We first did this for you in 2016. The information went off to Guinness, and that's when 600 and something games, 612, and that's when you, for the first time, officially became the largest arcade in the world. You're still the largest arcade in the world, but now we've been called upon to solidify your numbers again. We'll send them to Guinness, and we'll have the honor or the privilege of having taken part in what you've created, sending those numbers off to Guinness, and you being honored or solidified again as the world's largest arcade, and you're at 1,000 and go over 1,000. That's an honor, and that's a thank you from me to you.
Thank you so much for that. So amazing. We've had so many talented players out here. You always, people find out you're here, people go crazy for it. So it is great to have you here on such a tremendous occasion. And had you ever played Road Blaster?
It would be wrong for me to jump the line. And while you guys play, we actually have to begin counting the games for the exact honor that you already deserve.
Thank you for that, man. Had you ever played it, though?
No, 0.
I love hearing that. Somebody who's played so many games, so many arcades around the world. You've played out of the country, you've played everywhere. To find something that you haven't played, it just adds to it that little bit more. So thank you so much for coming out and doing all that you do.
I had a lot of fun yesterday and today, knowing that we count and we'll hit 1,000. I have more enjoyment out of doing that for you than anything I did to this point. So thanks a lot.
Thank you for that. Billy Mitchell. What'd you think?
Oh, it's fun. I just have to figure out the whole braking mechanism once you get to that specific part. Like, do you have to mouse the cursor over and then hold down the red button?
Red button is brake, blue is accelerate. You have to hold it until it goes off, and then you let it go.
Got it. Thanks.
Thank you, man. Awesome seeing you. Thanks for coming out.
I'll drop by later on. I gotta go get some pizza.
Very cool, man. Thank you, man. What is up, man? How have you been?
Congratulations on Game 1,000.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that so much.
I haven't shown up to one of these in a while, except for the one like 2 weeks ago, but I just couldn't miss this one for the world.
I appreciate you coming by. Have you heard of Road Blaster?
Never in my life.
All right.
Art style, though. It's Dragon's Lair-esque. It's got that early 80s aesthetic. I love it so much.
Well, let's see how you do. Again, so many of these rare games. So many rare games. Again, huge shout outs to Jonathan, our good friend who had helped us. You know, there's 1,000 arcade games here. And all the people that have helped us get these games. This was the only game. There was one other game that I was really looking for, and I couldn't find it. People were expecting Dark Presence. But, you know, I felt it would be a little self-serving to put it out as Game 1000. What'd you think?
It's really good, but I'm not good at it. I'm terrible at those quick time events or things like Dragon's Lair. I can never get past the first stage.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Who's stepping up next? What is up, man? Have you played Road Blaster?
Nope.
Never.
Never saw it at all at any arcade at all.
I love hearing that. Let's see how you do. What's that? I don't think you did. I think you might have played the Atari Road Blasters. You know, hold on. I'm saying
And Chuck E. Cheese.
everybody had.
That's right.
No. We had a friend. Our friend. I've been looking for this game. And I remember I called up a super collector, John Yates. He out in McLean. Amazing super collector. We've got a lot of super rare games from him. We got our Crime Patrol from him. Very rare game. It is tough. Brutally hard.
Space Ace.
Sticking with Space Ace. All right, who's stepping up next? What is up, man? Have you played Road Blaster?
Can't say I have, no.
All right, well, let's see how you do. I called up Super Collector John Yates. John has a tremendous collection. And in all honesty, he doesn't want to sell his games. He loves his games. He knows what he wants to part with his games. And I think it's pretty fair on his prices. They're a lot higher than a lot of other people think they're worth sometimes, but I don't think he's wrong. I called him up, and I'm like, John, do you have outrageously rare Road Blaster? And he's like, I think I have. Yeah, I've got a full cabinet. And I was like, wait, what? So yeah, what'd you think? Aside from being hard.
Takes practice.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for coming out, man. Thank you, man. Who's stepping up next? What is up, man? Thank you so much for coming out. Have you played Road Blaster?
I have not heard it. I've not played it. I've heard it from the Angry Video Game Nerds Sega CD video of Road Avenger.
Very awesome. Let's see how you do on it. I called up when John Yates said he had a full cabinet. I was like, Road Blaster. And he's like, Road Blaster. I'm like, super rare Road Blaster. He's like, yeah, Road Blaster, man. Full cabinet.
Atari Road Blaster.
Well, I called up. Thank you, man. I called up Jeremy, and I am like, we got to go out to McLean now. He's like, why? I'm like, John Yates just told me he has a Road Blaster that he'll part with. We got to go get it. Drove out there. It's like 3 hours to McLean, 3.5 hours, maybe. It's a trip. We get there, and he's like, Road Blaster? I don't know who would want Road Blaster. I'm like, it's rare, man. I've been looking everywhere for one. He's like, Road Blaster. All right. Opens up one of his storage units, and there is Atari's Road Blasters. What'd you think?
That's tough. You need some practice. I need some practice on that.
It definitely is a memorization. Thank you so much for coming out for it, man.
Yeah, thanks, Doc. Had a lot of fun with T20. Always love coming in here. Shout-outs to everybody that I see. Stephen Lucas, Brandon, Waffles, Josh, everybody that I encounter. It was really great to see Billy Mitchell. It's awesome to see you. Yeah, I hope I try to come as much as I can. But, yeah, it's always awesome to be here.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, man. Who's stepping up next? Rehab Summary. Thank you, man. I appreciate it so much. Have you played Road Blaster?
I have not. This is new to me.
Well, let's see how you do. Again, I love this story. This story is what so impactful to me. 1985, you're a kid walking up and you put your quarters in. This game is teaching you life lessons. It's not like, the princess has been taken to some castle. Can you save her? This is revenge. I like it. This is deep. This is more to it. It's so strange that Yoshi would create 3 games in this genre. A revenge trilogy, perhaps. Thank you, man.
Hey, what's up?
Why, if it isn't Craig?
Hi.
Taking a break from working on Ghost Lord and Quest for Dark Presence.
Just a short one.
Just a short one. Checking out Game 1000.
These things take time, as you know, better than anybody.
I can't even begin to tell you what you would have had you been filming today.
I heard it was stressful.
It was unbelievable. The most ridiculous Monday mystery of all time, without any question.
I wish I'd been there. That was really disappointing.
The footage you would have had.
But you did it.
We did it. Game 1000 is here.
You did it. Did you have a backup?
We literally have a backup that we brought down because we're like, there's no way. It's not happening. And it was like the thoughts running through my head of, I've missed one Monday mystery, and I think about it every day, and it bothers me to no end. It is, I bring up Kratos covered in the remains, the ashes of his wife and child, the torture that he suffers. It's nothing compared to what missing that one T20 was for me.
T20?
Or that one Monday mystery. Yeah. This was epic levels of I don't know if more ashes can come on me to feel the torment had this not been the game, but I am so happy this is the game.
So you had it down here.
We've been working on it, and we were down at Productions.
Yeah.
Are you playing, or should I bring somebody else? All right, let's bring up Todd. What is up, man? Traveling in. Thank you so much. So happy you could be here, man. Have you played Road Blaster?
Only the Sega CD variant.
That is where I started. I fell in love with the game then. And it was so important that this be Game 1000. It covered all the bases for me. So cool to meet somebody that has the appreciation for it, hopefully, on Road Blaster. Let's see how you do. But yes, John Yates, we drove out there, and it was Road Blasters, the Atari game. The search continued.
Game, man. Absolutely beautiful.
Visually, one of my favorite games. Like, every little scene in this game has purpose and meaning, and every death scene, every car crash, so good. You listen to the intro song, and it is heavy. The guy is talking about when his wife of one day is murdered, and he's literally like, there's nothing left. I'm going to go take care of some stuff, and I'm going to be happy when I see my girl again. That's when you're 8 years old and playing this game? Maybe that's what's wrong with me.
I feel like there might be some inspiration for the Dark Presence world in that.
There's definitely some revenge factors in Dark Presence. There is the taglines for Dark Presence. Hold on one second. What did you think?
Oh, it's a good game. I like the Laserdisc games. So I'm going to practice that and play it some more.
Awesome, man. Thank you, Todd. Awesome seeing you, man. Who's stepping up next? What is up, man? Thank you so much for being here. Have you played Road Blaster?
So the funny thing is, I actually have this on my Dragon's Lair cabinet at home, and I like to put the attract mode on because it's really cool, but I've never actually played it. So my cabinet's running Daphne, and I got a bunch of different games on there, but I only play Dragon's Lair most of the time. So the cool thing is, the first time I get to play this game will be on an original dedicated cabinet.
Real hardware, real cabinet, and Game 1000 at the largest arcade in the world.
Yes, sir.
Pretty good. Let's see how you do. You're bringing his Dragon's Lair skills to Road Blaster. Handing the microphone over to the one and only GGA Waffles.
How's it going, everyone? Just holding it down for Doc as he's taking care of some business. This was a fun one. Seeing the guys sweat over this in the last-minute prep. What's going on, Stream Chat? Axe Morris, what's up, man? Meow Meow Pants. Seeing some familiar faces here. Toastman. Fear Dretster, what's up? Joel 7800.
What's up, everybody in the stream? Fat Chris here. Hopefully everybody's having an awesome night. Wheelhammer Billy Lee, what up, dude? Toastman, Jolt, Fear Dredster. A-Train, what it is? Pancreas, Bullmaster, yeah, there's my boy. Hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody's having an awesome Monday night. Send me pizza. Well, you better get over here and I'll send all the pizza you want. Got to get the cool flamethrower. Yeah, dude. Hell, Hater Shack, boo. Amir, what up? Rehab, what it is? Everybody make sure, remember, at the end of the day, man, if you can't make someone smile by the end of the day, get back out and try again. Everybody have an awesome Monday, and here's the waffles.
Yo, big band. Thank you so much, Fat Chris, by the way. Here's Doc, actually. Never mind.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is JP Pitts, your host of the Bloody Wars tournament. I am here taking over the stream chat while the Waffles and Doc are covering something. What's going on, chat? I've already seen Jimbo Slice, Big Bang Blitz, X Mortis. All the stars are out. Exactly, especially for Game 1000. I've already got a crowd here. We've got Chris Plackey, Fat Chris, Jim Patzer, A-Train, Todd. Everyone's here. Everyone's here ready to play this game for Game 1000. Make some noise for Game 1000! Took a while, but you know, things had to get done. I'm just glad that the game is here the way it is, and you know, great times all around. Tomorrow will be anniversary, so tune in tomorrow if you want. I am going to be hosting a podcast during that time. Go to bloody_wars_tournament on Twitch. Here's Doc right now.
Thank you, man. We are back. The hype man himself, Josh Pitts, stepping in. Stepping up next. What is up, man? Doing
good. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you for coming out for this. Game 1000. Have you played Road Blaster?
No, not a chance.
Well, let's see how you do.
For game 900, so this to the next. I'm not very good with them, so this should be pretty short-lived.
This one is tough. It is tough.
It's just left and right.
Just left and right. You've got accelerate and brake. You have to hold it until the cursor disappears, like the arrow will disappear. So, or the gas, accelerate, or brake. Such a crazy day here. It's been a few late days. So amazing to be here with everybody. Unveiling Game 1000. What a day. What a day. It has been, you know, I can't remember the last time I have had a bad day. This day, pretty hectic, to say the least. Getting this game up and running. Crazy. The amount of work that went into getting this up and running. Waffles likes to plan things. What'd you think?
That was what I expected. Very difficult. I don't expect it to be easy. Nothing here is easy. So
80's tough.
Oh, God, I love it. And I love being here. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations on 1,000 and the anniversary. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Who's stepping up next? What is up, man? Man, you wrecking games, putting up some crazy scores. Have you played Road Blaster?
I haven't. Never heard of it.
Your game knowledge is deep.
I try, but, you know, one of the things that impresses me about this place is how you keep pulling out stuff that even I have never heard of.
Love hearing it.
I love seeing it. I'm really drawn to this game's visual style. I'm not usually good at Laserdisc games, but I want to try it, so.
Good luck. Let's see how you do. You know, I have to give my girl Mimi a shout out because our anniversary today, Waffles laughs. She has been nothing but patient with me and the insanity that I bring along. '80's tough.
Very tough. I'll definitely be back on it.
All right. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you coming out.
Let me just say, congratulations on 1,000 games. This place is amazing, so it's absolutely amazing to be here and be a part of it.
I appreciate that so much. The players, they know their arcade games. It means so much to hear those things, so thank you, man. Thank you, man. Who's stepping up next? What is up, man? Have you played Road Blaster?
No.
All right, let's see how you do. Coin button on the front, button on the left. Left and right, blue is accelerate, red is brake. That is the blue button. Walter Day and Billy Mitchell. It is tough, man. It is a brutally tough game. I'd have to think. Fowler stepping up to Road Blaster game 1000 here at the Galloping Ghost Arcade, the largest arcade in the world. I was looking on Guinness site as to, they still have Fun Spot listed. They had a number. You'll hear people say it's because of the square footage. Count square footage, you'd have to count a place like Disneyland as the largest arcade in the world. Talking about one building, one space with 1,000 games. Even on the Guinness site, it says what is the record? And the record is 581 games. It wasn't even the 611 that we were told. 581. Game count, not square footage. The largest arcade in the world. People absolutely love Fun Spot. And it is, everybody says what a phenomenal place it is. And I of all the arcades out there, I am so excited to go to it. What'd you think?
One of my favorite Sega CD games. I tried for years to buy the Mega LD version of this game. I think it's Road Persecutor. Simply awesome. Double Dragon, car cameo, everything. Perfect 1000 game, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
One of my favorites, man. There were 4 on the Sega CD. Revenge of the Ninja Warrior, Road Blaster, Cobra Command, and Time Gal. And they were my jam as a kid, man, for sure.
4 of my favorites as well, man. Good taste in games. The one and only Fat Chris. Fat Chris. Have you played Road Blaster?
I have never played this. I have never heard of it. I have never seen it. All I know is Data East, is RoboCop, Bad Dudes, and ironically Ghostbusters. That's right.
Hey, how about that? That's Fat Chris. Stepping up to Road Blaster. Again, huge thanks. Master Tech Doug Fox. To the powerhouse team. Adam Stonehouse and Brandon Diaz. For getting this thing buttoned up in time. Down to the wire. We'll do a post. We'll talk about all the insanity. You thought that horizontal cubic cubes post was long. You wait till I type this one up. Game 1000. Thanks to Jim down at Reproductions.
I'm not the greatest at these games, so, I'm a little rusty, I guess. If it had a gun on it or if it had a steering wheel, yeah, that's me all day.
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for all you do. You come out. People come out to be a part of this insane community, and I always feel so bad because when the big gatherings are going on, we're usually off getting ready for the show, and it's so difficult. Everybody's down here. You see guys like Stevie Dubs and Todd and everybody out here, King and Jose and Mini Beach, everybody having fun. And it's like, we got to be down here working.
people understand we know you're a badass. You're everybody's hero, man. And you're the man that put this all together. We all know. And if they don't understand, shame on you.
Thank you for that. I could not do what I do without, again, the amazing people I get to work with. GGA Tommy Waffles, GGA Jeremiah. Oh, Mossie's stepping up. Have you played this? Wait, that you're looking like this isn't looping. I know you want looping.
Looping? Wait, how do you play?
When the arrow lights up, hold the direction until it goes away. There you go. Awesome. He's already ahead of the curve. Mossie's blue is turbo and red is brake. And same thing, you hold them. As I was saying, GGA Jeremiah, GGA Tommy Waffles, Brandon, Phil, Nick, Shady, David, Doug and Adam, David down here at the arcade guys, David, Josh, Fowler, go again. Fowler, Ray, Gene, everybody, the team that makes up this place. Joe, Jim, could not do it without everybody. It is the collective effort. I got to say huge thanks again to everybody that we've ever gotten a game from. 1,000 games residing here at the Galloping Ghost Arcade. 1,000 unique games. Real hardware for every single one. Huge thanks also to all the players that travel in and make this place what it is. Huge thanks, again, the people that we buy games from. Jeremy Fox, Jonathan, Troy, John Yates, Showtime. Everybody there's so many people we buy boards from on eBay, and they're like, oh my God, I cannot believe this game is going to Galloping Ghost. There's no shooting. Waffles. You going back up? One more. He's going after his top score. There were so many people that when we opened with 130 machines, it said that this would never work. A lot of people in the know, the new arcades. And I can honestly say, coming up with the business model of a free play arcade, cornerstone of paying tribute to industry people, making sure that the games all work, is what has really made this place successful. And I think keeping it all about the games. There's other things. We could be making a lot more money if we put a bar in here. We'd be making alcohol money. Not going to happen. Don't want it. We prove that an arcade can bring people in from all over the world just to play games. They don't have to be the newest games. They just have to be everything that you'd ever remember playing in an arcade. You going back up? Fowler jumping back in. It means so much to share these games with everybody. Every time I hear, this is something new, every time I hear somebody say, wow, I found a new favorite game here. Every time I see somebody that can't wait to get back to play a game that they just found, it means so much. Every Monday, when we go through this process, the people who know, there's so many arcades that have opened out there. Jeremy Fox knows it. Scott Lambert knows it. Patrick at Star Worlds knows it. Steven at the one out in Brisbane knows it. Rick Medina knows it. Everybody that has an arcade. James Zespi knows it. Everybody that has an arcade. I'm missing thousands, hundreds and thousands of people. Maybe. Well, hundreds. Tens. Every time they put a game on the floor, they're excited for it. I hope. For me, it's one of those things. Sharing this stuff means so much to me for so many reasons. And it is such an incredible thing to make people happy on a daily basis for having this place. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. Tomorrow it's 14 years. We've been putting a new game on the floor for 9 years come December 14th. 52 games minimum a year. Sometimes on a Monday, our biggest Monday ever, we had 10 new games. Waffle's looking at me saying, like, we did? There was a Sega tournament that started on a Monday, and we unveiled 10 new games before Waffle's time. It was including games like Galaxy Force 2. Outrageously rare. We've been able to unveil some crazy rare games. Primal Rage. All right. We're going to send everybody over to the one and only, the master of streaming, Lord BBH. Tell him we say hello. Tell him what you've seen here. Tell him you're coming from the largest arcade in the world with 1,000 games on its arcade floor. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this monumentous event. We will be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. for the 14-year anniversary. Slumbers in Orlando, Toastman, Hater Shack. Udai Marcus, Bubble Blaster, Speedy Matt, thank you all so much for everything. You guys tuning in every week means so much to me and everyone here. Big Bang, Big Pappy, Lance, Pankrix, Real Hammer Billy Lee. Thank you all so much. Until next time, share this around, everybody. We want the word of mouth. We want everybody to know there's 1,000 games here at the Galloping Ghost Arcade. Until next time, thanks everybody. This is Doc Mac from the Galloping Ghost Arcade. We hope to see you around the arcade soon. Thanks a lot, everybody.